Hi everyone, welcome. I'm excited. I'm excited because I feel like the last few videos I've been a drag because I had a migraine that lasted 79 hours. But I have my energy back and I'm here, and today we're playing with Chanel. I'm so excited. So if that sounds like something you're interested, then keep on watching. But before we go, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull my hair back. So if you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Aileen, and here we do all things makeup, skincare, and fashion. Mostly luxury makeup. But I'm so excited for today. So I'm gonna try some things I've never tried before. But first, I need to say thank you to Jennifer from All Feisty. She heard me say in a live that I wanted to try Road Movie, but I didn't just want to purchase it online. And everywhere I went, they didn't have it. And she sent me hers to try. Like, look at these shades. They are stunning. I haven't swatched them. I haven't played with them. She did approve for me to do finger swatches. I will make sure she's properly sanitized before she's sent back. I have a feeling I'm going to love her and end up purchasing her, but we shall see. So I'll also be trying out the Beiges Water Fresh Tint in the shade Medium. I haven't tried it. I've had it in my drawer forever and I haven't tried it. So I know it's more like, it's really runny. So what I want to do first is apply it and see the coverage that it gives. And we might just end up using it as a primer because a girl needs coverage. So I do have hyperpigmentation. I'm oily. So this is all hyperpigmentation. But this little one right here is a current breakout. It's okay. It's okay. Like I've said before, I will take 1 over 15 or 10 any day. So this will be my first time trying this. And again, it's in the shade Medium. I'm a little nervous. From what I've seen with other content creators, it just seems very runny. And I'm a little nervous, but let's get to it. So here's the consistency, if you see. Really runny. So I'm just going to pick it up from my hand with the brush and apply it. So it has these little pigments in it, if you can see. So it looks clear. And the brush it comes with is designed to like have the little pigments explode and spread the pigment. It's very refreshing on the skin. It feels really good. I definitely don't think it's going to provide the coverage that I want, but it's okay because we can always, I'm going to add it directly on the brush and see, because we have another Chanel foundation that we can use, and we could just have this one as a primer. It feels very hydrating, so I do like that. It really does feel like you just splashed some water on your face. Like, it's so smooth and refreshing. It really is. I do see the pigment now. So I didn't apply a primer because I just figured this wouldn't provide the coverage I was looking for, so we would use this as a primer. And I don't have any Chanel brow products, so I do already have my brows on. I had already tried the Chantecaille Full Brow Perfecting Gel and Tint, and this one's in the shade Dark. I had already tried that and knew I loved it. And today I've tried for the first time the waterproof brow definer crayon from Chantecaille. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it yet. I'm gonna wear it before I give any thoughts on it. I will say I do see that this provided coverage on the under eye, and I really like that. It just seems like it's so light, but it did provide some coverage. Is it my level of preferred coverage? Absolutely not. Maybe once my skin is 100% where I want it to be, we will definitely rock this on its own. But right now, today is not the day. And Road Movie, the quad, I look at that quad as more of a glam look. You could definitely use it for every day because you can blend and buff out the shades and wear it any day. Well, that feels good. It definitely dried down. It does provide coverage, just not a ton. It's like a very lightweight, sheer, tinted moisturizer type of coverage, but it feels really good on the skin. It feels really hydrating and nice, which I like that. Most of us that are oily always assume, let's matte, let's take all the oils away and then do our makeup. And I was guilty as well. And it took me a while to realize when I really hydrate my skin really good before I put on my foundation, it's like I trick my skin to thinking it already produced all these oils. And it takes a while longer, a few hours longer before. So if normally I would blot around 3 or 4 hours, I'll probably have to do it around 5 or 6. It tricks my skin to thinking it already produced those oils for quite a while. And then it's like, oh wait, I just got tricked. Oh, here we are. So I do feel like the longer it sits on the skin, the more it evens the skin tone. It's pretty. But I am going to go in with the Chanel Ultra Lit Tint, and this is in the shade B40. I love this shade. This is my perfect match. Now, I will say this is a thicker consistency. This is great for combo or oily skin, but look at that coverage. I just don't think that someone with dry skin would enjoy this as much. I'm not sure if it'll grip to any dry areas, but it's definitely more of a matte foundation. The claim is luminous matte. I don't see the luminous part of it, but I can definitely see the matte. But it's definitely matte. And you can see the coverage there. I love this shade match. I make sure whenever I'm shopping for a foundation, this is the foundation shade that I use as a reference. So on the Sephora shade finder and things like that, like I will always use this one as the guide. And this is also one of those foundations that I don't mind bringing all the way up and using either very light concealer or like a highlighting pen. because if you see, I brought it all the way up here and not here. Like I feel it provides great coverage. And it's one of those foundations that if I'm gonna wear a hat, I'm comfortable not putting foundation on my forehead and I still feel like it matches. Like that's what a great match it is. But I am just gonna lightly, with what's on the brush and left on my hand, go over my forehead. I don't like a lot of foundation on my forehead because I do get really oily there. I'm oily everywhere, but there's certain areas of my face that get oilier than others. So I try to shear the product out there as much as possible. So there's the foundation. And again, this is in the shade B40. It's so pretty. I love this foundation. And I usually spot conceal before I put it on, but it really does build up nicely. And if I wanna, I'm okay with this coverage. I have hyperpigmentation. It is what it is. But I'll take like a little bit, warm it up on my hand, and then just spot conceal and dab with my finger. So you can build it up in the specific areas that you want additional coverage, and it just builds up nicely, never looking like you added more there. It doesn't look thicker or cakier. It does dry down really nicely, you see? And I don't want it too thick. If you don't want it to peek if you have any hyperpigmentation, you don't want it to peek through at all, you can always go in with green to cancel out red, orange to cancel out any dark spots. I used to do that all the time. But like I said, I'm at a place with my skin, I'm a little more comfortable. It's fine. So I'm gonna dab around here, and it just warms up with your fingers so nicely. I do have a little swelling there because that's a new one that came to visit early this morning. So there you are. I feel that's more than enough coverage. I'm good with that. So next I have the Chanel Loose Setting Powder. I bought this in 40 because that was the shade of the foundation. I wish I would have gotten either translucent or a tad lighter. Like, I'm not sure. It's not quite the same as the foundation. So it's like, if I dab, you can see that the powder is darker. So I don't use the puff. I use my La Mer face brush. And then you can see it blurs. So let me finish this side so you can see the comparison. It does blur, it does set, it does mattify. So let me get closer if you can see that. So yes, I have pores. So here you can see my pores look a little larger than here. So it does give a blur effect, but I have to be careful applying it with the little puff it came with, just because it gives too much coverage and you see the difference between the foundation shade, which is 40, and the powder. So there we are. But I'm definitely interested in getting the translucent one. I feel once I get my summer shade and I use this, it'll be fine. But I do want the translucent one. And I've been on the fence whether I want the Chanel one in like the translucent shade, or the Sisley, or the By Terry. And the Sisley or the By Terry. So if you've tried all three, what is your favorite? Because I want to try another one. And I don't mind a hydrating powder. I don't mind a sheen. I don't mind a glow. I can apply my makeup in a way that it'll wear nicely. And if I have to touch up, it's okay. I don't want to touch up every hour, but I'm okay touching up. I felt my lips were a little dry, so I did put on a little Chantecaille hydrating balm, and this one's in the shade Beach Rose. Very nudie, very natural. So next, I've been loving this. I use it all the time. So let's move on to bronzer. So this is the Chanel Le Beiges Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. This only comes in one shade. I really do hope Chanel does better and comes out with additional shades, because this is so light. There is no way this is universal. It's just really, really light. And if you can see there, so I didn't have plans on putting this on, but if you've been with me a while, you know I need a few bronzers. I can't just use one. And I only have one powder bronzer. Well, you'll see in a second. It's not really a bronzer, but I use it as a bronzer. So I really like to use face powders as bronzers, if that makes sense. So bronzers, I feel all the companies are trying to find like the perfect sun-kissed shade, and sometimes they add too much yellow or too much orange, and this does not lift up the foundation at all. It blends well with the powder. I feel like it turns into, if you put it over powder, so how I powdered my face first, like it gives a powdery feel when you touch it. Like it's no longer like a cream. But like I was saying, I feel too many companies are trying to perfect the bronzer shade. If you're sun-kissed, that's a skin shade. It's not a sun shade. It's not some miraculous shade that just came out the blue. It's a skin shade. It's someone's skin shade. So I prefer to use like face powders in just different shades for me. I feel like that gives me the real sun-kissed glow, because I'm that shade when I tan or when I get sun-kissed, you know. That's just my opinion. So this is the Le Beige's Healthy Glow Sheer Powder, and this is in the shade N70. I just feel a natural skin tone is perfect, a perfect bronzer. And there's no need to try to perfect a shade. Instead, we should try to build some diversity in brands and shade ranges and all that. And if you do that with your foundations, your powders, then guess what? Everybody has a bronzer. But I love to bronze. I love it. We had a rough night here with storms. I'm excited that I woke up and the power wasn't out. And it's been warm here in Atlanta. So I don't know about you guys, but when a storm is coming, so our power goes out for no reason. It's not underground. I mean, you could sneeze and my power goes out. So I was excited that the power hadn't gone out because I like to sleep cold, and I had the air blasting last night, even though the reason for the storms was a cold front, because the second the power goes out, I feel the heat. So here's both bronzers played. The cream bronzer and the sheer glow powder, like, they work well together. They work beautifully together. And you can see it didn't lift the foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. I'm a complexion girl. Like, I just love complexion products. And I love perfecting my base. And I always do my eyes last. So I really do not feel that I need any concealing in the under eye. So I'm just going to highlight. So I'm not going to put a lot of my Le Correcteur de Chanel, and this is in 30 Beige. I'm just going to dab right here, and then we'll spread that. Did I put more over there? No, I just... Here we go. Put an even amount, and then I'll spread it. But mostly I want it right here. And this is my e.l.f. concealer sponge. I love this sponge for concealing. I either use this sponge or I use my finger. But that is all the brightness that I need. I don't like to pile on the concealer too thick, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Those fine lines under your eyes, those little creases, they're not going anywhere. I don't care what products you use. They're not going to disappear. Can you make them less visible with makeup? Yes. Can you have them look a little more blurred with makeup? Absolutely. Are they gonna look smooth like they're not there? No, they're not. It's not gonna happen. They're there. That's your skin. You're beautiful in it. Embrace it. So then I'm going to just set that with my Becca Under Eye Setting Powder, because I do get oily. Okay, so here we go. Let's move on to the eyes. So let me go off camera and prep my eyes with the Makeup by Mario Prep and Set, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm so excited for this. So let me swatch them. So I did see a blue quad when I was at Nordstrom, but I didn't like the way that one swatched. I don't know what it was, but this one feels really nice. Here are the shades. Ooh, yes. I really want to use those two shades for sure. Oh, these are nice. If they perform like they swatch, she'll be in cart. She'll be in cart right after this video. I can't tell you guys enough how thankful I am to Off Heisty for this. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna go into this lightest shade here and just put that in the transition. I love a good nudie transition shade, but this one's a tad bit. And I'm not gonna do anything too fancy. This formula is so good. And I do have another quad from Chanel, a green one, the 318 blurry green. I used it for the first time when I was in vacation in Miami. It was hot. I was frustrated. I have to play with it again to see how I enjoy it, because I know I was in my feelings. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get this makeup done and over with. I'm not a happy person when I'm hot. Like, I prefer to be cold than hot. Is anyone else like that? And I went in with the BK Beauty 201. Next, I want to go into this shade here. Like this turquoise blue. It's just so pretty. I can't wait. So I'm going to go with my BK Beauty 207. And I'm going to just we're going to bring her in. I'm going to darken this outer V. And then just start bringing her in. And then bring it a little bit higher than I normally would. Just because I have hooded eyes and I really like this shade. And I want everybody to see it. So today's my daughter's birthday. She is 9. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. She is at school right now. I haven't given her her gift yet because I want Dad to see her open it as well. But oh, it's so pretty. We're gonna buff that out. Don't you worry. But she's very, I don't know how to say it. She's very delicate. So she cannot wear anything that isn't real gold. So I'm going back with the light shade and buffing this out. So she only has one pair of gold earrings, and you know, like there's something about being a little girl and changing your earrings and your necklace and having your whole outfit match, and you know, like that's fun. It's one of the fun parts of being a little girl. And I just felt like she didn't have that. She could wear like costume jewelry for a few hours and then it's got to go, or she'll start bleeding from the piercings, and I just felt awful. So we bought her 2 pairs of gold earrings, and I know she's going to be excited. She's going to be excited. So I'm going to go with my Refer 1 into this bronzy shade here and put that all over the lid. So I can't wait for her to just come home, open it all up, and I know she's going to be excited. Oh, this is so pretty. So pretty. So this is a Luxie 237. I just like how small this is. I'm going to go into the darkest blue shade. But I'm so excited for my baby girl to see her face. I'm going to try to record it. I'm going to try to record it and put it on Instagram, because it's special moments like that that you just never want to forget. And I feel 9 is a good age. Like, I feel comfortable that she'll take care of them. I do have a little fallout, but we'll wisp that away in a little bit. I feel confident that she'll take care of them. She won't lose them. She's very OCD like her mother. everything has its place. So I'm pretty sure she'll take them off and put them in the little box. That's so cute. I am loving it. And I could rock this in the daytime because it's only 11 a.m. If not, I would have gone really bam. What do you think? I like it. Let me do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Both eyes are done. I did do my upper waterline with a dark brown. I don't have Chanel liners and Vicey keeps telling me I need them and I'm gonna do it. So I did do my upper waterline with a dark brown and my lower waterline with a nude, just to remove that pinkiness but still have it daytime appropriate. So next I'm going to apply, I did curl my lashes and I'm going to apply the Le Volume de Chanel Revolution. I love this mascara. It just gives a lot of oof over here on the end, which I love. It is more of a hard bristle brush, but that doesn't bother me. It's like rubbery, but it's not like, and they're really short. But you definitely get the volume. That you do. And it doesn't bother me because I don't go like super, super close. If you can see that. Compared to this side. I don't get like all the way into my waterline to do it just because I don't want it to hurt. I've never had an issue with a mascara wand. I do prefer bigger mascara wands for my upper lashes. For my lower lashes, I love the really tiny ones. And for day looks, I usually just flick out here on my lower lash line, but I don't bring it all the way across. Like, I have rough days, honey. Not today because I have the day off. I took the day off for my daughter's birthday, but my day job is very demanding. I am busy all day. See, with a spoolie because I have long lashes. I like to get down here in my lower lashes and just brush that. I just spin it and it gets rid of any clumping. I love this mascara. It's so good. But my day job is just very demanding. It's hard to film. It's how, I don't know how I manage it all. I tell a friend of mine, I swear I'm in the kitchen 24/7 when I'm not working. So this is the Rose Bronze Blush. I love this blush. Look. It's so pretty. So pretty. Just like your perfect pinky nude lip, this is your perfect pinky nude blush. Perfect. Look. Oh, I love it. And this foundation will last all day. Until you wash it off, you are good. Look at that blush. I don't have a Chanel highlighter. I haven't decided. First I was like the Chanel cheek blush duo that I was like, oh, the Chanel. I haven't decided. Isn't that a pretty blush shade? It's so, so pretty. And these eyes, yes. And the eye quad. Oh, I'm gonna have to purchase it. It's so, so pretty. I love like this aqua tealy blue. I love it. I love it. Thanks to Jen. I was able to give them a try before I buy. And I think that's what it was. The blurry, so I bought the blurry green, but the blurry blue, I didn't like the way it swatched. It looked like it would skip. I don't know, it looked powdery. These two, they were all creamy. These were creamy. And for lips, the Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue Gloss. That name gets me every time. And this is in the shade 69 Tender Beige. I love this shade. I love this one. The one I currently have in my purse is Soft Rose. But I just feel so confident wearing these because I know they're not going to budge. They're not going anywhere. With a mask, without a mask, they're not going anywhere. So let's bring this down and take a look. I put some volumizer in my hair, so it's kind of like poofing out. There you go. So what do you think? I have to put the gloss side. I like to wait until it feels like your lips are gonna get stuck together before I go in with the gloss side. And that's how I found it lasts the longest, which is all day. Okay, so here we are. Here's the final look. What do you think? I like it. I'm loving the eyes. I'm loving the quad. I'm definitely gonna have to purchase her. She's gonna have to come home with me. The water tint, I like how it felt. I like how hydrating it was. I would wear it on its own if I was going to be out at the pool, at the beach, something like that. And I want like just my sunscreen and then a little bit of tint, like a light tint. I would do that. Or like out running errands throughout the day, I would do that. But to wear it with a glam look, no, no. I need my full mattified ultra lit tint, which I love. The bronzer, the sheer powder that I use as a bronzer, absolutely, I recommend that to anybody because it's a sheer powder. Find your shade, go up a few shades. Like, you know how you want your bronzer. So depending on your shade, you could go up a few. If you haven't tried it, tried it. Don't go crazy looking for the perfect bronzer when there's perfect powders out there in different skin tones. The mascara and the lip duo, you guys, I love them. I love the blush. It goes great with the lip. I just love it all. I love it all. The only thing I will say is the powder. How I have to use it with a brush versus the puff that comes with it because of the shade. Like I mentioned earlier, let me know if you guys have tried the Sisley or the By Terry and which one you're enjoying more. But thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Jen from All Feisty, for sending me the quad. I will get her sanitized and back to you. Thank you so much. And don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.